Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. Things have been difficult in the Championship so far, but we are rising to the challenge as best we can. We've had strong results and some poor ones, most notably that heavy 3-0 defeat to Hull City in the last episode. Today, first place West Brom and second placed Brentford as well. So it probably won't get much more difficult than that throughout the entirety of the whole season, to be completely honest. We're much closer to those outside the playoffs than those in the automatic promotion spots as well, and I don't envisage that's going to change much by the end of today either. We start with second place Brentford, then sim Luton away, play Reading away and West Brom at home, before then simulating Millwall at home later on in the day. So we're not going to waste any time with an elongated intro. We want to get some points on the board and solidify in the playoffs if possible. Drop the video a like. I very much appreciate your support when you do. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I very much appreciate that. And if you are subscribed, then just a like is perfectly good enough. I appreciate it very much. Feel free to leave your feedback in the comments as well. That also helps with pushing the content to new people with the algorithm. But for now, let's crack on, shall we? Let's see what this Brentford side are all about. I have a funny feeling if they're anything as strong as the Norwich team, then I might just get hammered. Brentford, I don't know how this team got relegated. Alfred Gomis in goal, Alexander Barr at 83 at right back, Andrick at 82, Pierre Kalulu at 83, Pinnock and Henry at 79. Yes, that is Thiago Alcantara in their midfield at 83 rated. Yes, that is Donyell Malen in their front line at 83 rated. How the balls did this team end up in the Championship? There's no surprise that they're in the top two. They were top of the table and won 8 of the opening 9 games of the season. We surely can't compete with this team. We struggled to a very late, probably undeserved 1-0 win against a really strong Norwich side yesterday. But this Brentford side are even still a step up above from that. This sort of team is what we would expect to be playing against quite regularly at Premier League level. And we're 1-0 down through Ciro Immobile inside 5 minutes. And you know what? I actually don't mind. This team is so good, I've given up before we've even started. I've got 3 tall, blonde strikers, and I'm constantly getting them confused about one another. Here's Ciro Immobile into Janelt and Donyell Malen, who's onside, and that's 2-0 Brentford. This might be close to the 9-0 drubbing when we were at Southampton with Chelsea. I don't envisage this going any better than it has done so far. 10 goals in 16 games for Donyell Malen. They are the league's top goal scorers with 32 in 15 games. According to the graphic before the game, we apparently have only scored 11 in 15 games so far, which I struggle to believe, actually. I'm sure we've scored more. Oh, God, Immobile's in again. Thank you, Richardson, for stopping us from going 3-0 down inside 20 minutes. It's almost Newcastle versus Tottenham levels. I struggle to believe that we've only scored 11 goals in the 15 games so far and still find ourselves challenging in the playoffs in the Championship. Surely we've done a bit more than that. There's only 1 minute added on here and I'm not really going to be able to build the chance before half-time, am I? Or can I? Kai Connick looking to get away here. I've got Salinas in the middle and Salinas' shot is blocked well. We do have 1 chance before half-time. That's probably my only chance of the half as well, to be honest. Brentford quite easily, comfortably, obviously on top and strong in the play. That was my only shot. They've only had 4, but they've been good chances. And I'm just going to have to get rid of this. Brentford starting to press as well, as if they weren't already dominant enough. Now they're starting to press on a heavy touch and are going to cause me even more problems. And that quality of finishing from Ciro Immobile is out of this world. How accurate do you want to be? Fizzed into the bottom left-hand corner with precise precision. Just hammered hard and low. That's Harry Kane-esque. Ciro Immobile with a wonderful 3rd goal for Brentford. And they certainly are winning this one. That might be one of the best goals scored against us in the entire save so far. Can he spin? No, he can't. He's going to find a man in the middle. And Thiago Alcantara has his effort. Very well saved by Richardson. It would absolutely be more than 3 if it weren't for my goalkeeper. Of that, I am damn sure. Masquersley coming on for Brentford now at fullback at the end of the game. just giving some fringe players some extra football. To be fair, I'm doing the same. We're obviously not going to get anything from this game, so I've given some minutes to players that don't normally get any. Castro's effort, only I think my second of the game. 1 shot a half here, so even if we'd scored every single shot we'd had, we'd still have lost the game. Brentford have been that impressive, and the 3-0 doesn't even flatter them either. If anything, the 3-0 flatters us. Brentford have been that much better than us in this fixture, as you may well have expected, given the quality in their team. This is what I expect in the Premier League almost every week if we do manage to get promoted this season. But with teams like Brentford being as strong as they are, whether we get promoted or not is a real question. I don't know if we'll stand any chance of finishing in the top 2. I highly doubt it. It's going to be a case of playoffs or nothing this season, but we're still very much in the hunt for the playoffs, aren't we, even despite this defeat. So confident enough that we can challenge for promotion, but absolutely not expecting to get it at a canter like we did last year. But there is no reason yet that I've seen that we can't win the playoffs, because all of the sides, other than Hull City, that we've played so far this season, I feel like even if we've lost, we've been competitive enough to stand a chance of beating them on our day. Hull and Brentford, however, though, we haven't stood a chance of beating on either day. Up next for us is the sim against Luton. And then after that, it'll be the game against Reading. Well then, Luton Town away, a side that stand a chance of getting to the Premier League in real life. Although they will have to spend apparently about £20 million improving the grounds to meet regulations. Which, if you've been to Kenilworth Road, you will not be surprised. It is an old stadium built, well, to put it politely, into the heart of the community. For the away stands, you literally have to walk through people's back gardens, effectively, to get to the stand. It is one of the strangest football grounds you'll ever go to as a Football League fan. But Luton have been brilliant IRL the past 2 seasons, with or without Nathan Jones, evidently, and stand a chance in the playoffs and maybe getting to the Premier League. Oh! Oh! What a goal! They won't be getting anywhere near the Premier League if they keep conceding goals like that, though. That is a hell of a finish. What a cross, what a goal. We're trying for a cross and a finish of their own, and they're going to get it. Cauley Woodrow with the rebound, and Luton are level. There goes that potential clean sheet for the fan objective then. That didn't take long, did it? They were nearly in again for another before half-time. Big second half on the way, and as you can see, they are dominating the ball. Salinas, Brown, Logan Brown, Salinas, combining well, but no second goal or winning goal for us yet, maybe. It's cleared away. There's not long left, and that's a free kick for them. So that will see the game out. It'll be a 1-1 draw away from home against Luton, unfortunately. But Logan Brown, having scored, will keep his starting spot for the next game to stand a chance of doing that score in 5 straight games streak that we're trying to do for the fan objectives, but not been able to add much to the fan objectives so far. I'll show you them a little bit later on in the episode, perhaps at the end, to see if we can actually add to anything in the process. But up next for us was Reading. Lavery apparently is unsettled by the lack of matches he's getting, although he did just have an input in that last one. And we've got some Youth Scout reports come back as well. We didn't have anything in the last one from England. Let's see if there's anything from Austria or from the Netherlands either. Seemingly nothing from Austria so far. And the Netherlands quickly, 100 grand, 120 grand, 90 grand. We do have a fan objective for scouting 5 players, initially valued at £1.5 million plus. So far, not even a 7-figure player of any calibre whatsoever, let alone £1.5 million. But let's see how things progress throughout the rest of the season. My scouts have, despite their quality that they are now, really let me down the past 2 years almost in game. Reading with Luke Southwood in goal. Jordan Lawrence Gabriel at right back. They're playing a 5 back though. Cesare Cassidy in that centre mid spot actually scored a hat-trick in the last game apparently. So keep your eyes on him. Reading were mid-table, but the highest of the other 3 that were not West Brom and Brentford today. Hence why they're the one that we selected to play. Here away from home at the Medeski. It's called is it the Select Car Leasing Stadium, I think, in real life. Down the line to Lawrence Gabriel. Lovely little ball roll. Let's work the space. Martinez, the flick. The shot is poor from Cassidy. Well, he certainly wouldn't have scored a hat-trick in the last game with shooting like that, would he? Opened up really well for him, had the time and space, and it's just shanked it, really. Castro, nicely through the gap. No shots on target in the game at all so far. And I think, to be fair, only one shot by either side, which was that one that was hooked by Cassidy. Here's Martinez, though. There might be another one soon. Oh, there will be if that passing's that accurate. And Aziz gives Reading a 1-0 lead in the 39th minute. Typical, as soon as I open my mouth, we actually concede. 2 shots in the game now, both for Reading, 1 on target, and it went in. Lovely ball down the line to Guinness Walker. Cut back to Aziz, back to Guinness Walker again. Reading boosted in confidence with that earlier goal, and now pressing to try and add to it before half-time. Aziz rather evidently going to take that short to Martinez, and that is perhaps training ground, but still no second goal. That did skew free there out of Richardson's grasp. Could have maybe led to a second goal for Reading. Try and get an equaliser before half-time, or even just create a shot. Like I say, I do despise playing against 5-backs because they're so difficult to break down. 1 minute added on. Brown will find Castro here, who will look in the gap for Salinas. Still it could be alive. Still it is alive. Castro! Good save by Southwood. I think it was either wide or going over, but not taking any chances, the keeper. But has he allowed us the chance to go and equalise from the resulting corner? No, he hasn't. 1-1 at the break here. Sorry, 1-0 at the break here. Okay, someone, Navarrete, has been transferred to Genk. Thank you for telling me that. Just what I needed to know at this stage when I'm 1-0 down against Reading. It's Tom Edwards. Oh, he's turned inside. Nice. Tom Edwards! Straight at Southwood. The only, let alone the best, chance that we've created so far in this game. But unfortunately, not taken. In fact, no, it's the second shot we've had in this game. My mistake. Still not great, though, was it? And away, and now Aziz. Oh, he's winding up for the power shot. Oh, my God, off the bar! When he first hit it, I thought that was going comfortably over, but it bananaed, looped, dipped, twisted, did every single adjective you could think of with regards to its movement through the air, and came down smack on top of the bar. Salinas, get this back to Rhodri Lawrence here. Logan Brown is in the middle, and I'll try and find him. It's not a great ball, though. It would have reached him had the defender not been in the way. Castro, Edwards. Bit of space on that left foot. Well struck. Southwood with a good save. Okay, we're getting closer to this equalising goal, although they just came very close to a second. Still, though, even through Logan Brown's header, we haven't found an equalising goal yet. I just can't find the ball I need to find Brown. Lawrence out wide to Ferreira. Brown in the middle, as well as a couple of teammates. If Rhodri can win this header, then maybe we can do something, but it's just not going to fall for me. Not that I've really earned any good luck in this game either. My overall play has not been good enough, and as a result, Reading's good finish in the first half is going to be enough to see them get 3 points here. It's going to be 1 point from a possible 9 at the beginning of today's episode. And with first-placed West Brom next, I don't see how we're really going to make it any more than 2 from 12, to be honest. Although, if we can beat Norwich, we can absolutely beat West Brom. I don't envisage their team being as good as Brentford's, for sure. Brentford beating Peterborough there. I didn't quite glance to see West Brom's result. I think we might be out of the playoffs with that run of fixtures, and indeed we are, albeit only on goal difference. But as you can see there, we have only scored 17 goals in 18 games. We've only conceded 16, so defensively we're still decent. Joint second best in the entire league, but we need to start putting the ball in the back of the net more regularly, and at the minute, that is the deciding factor between us potentially going up and definitely not. West Brom's side certainly not as good as Brentford or Norwich, but still pretty decent, with the majority of players being about 77 or 78 rated. Philip Stankovic in goal, Darnell Furlong, Dale Fry, Dara O'Shea and Wembangomo at left back in a back four, kind of mirroring our formation here with Haraldson at cam and Grant up top. Karlan Grant obviously pretty decent for the level, 75 rated, but whilst goals haven't been that massively forthcoming for us this season, they've also only come through really 3 players. Salinas, Kai Konik, and we've had one from Bakker as well and one from Brown too. So I'm still very much lacking in the depth of my goal scoring capabilities as well as just the goal scoring capabilities in general. If one or two of those players don't perform, then the whole team doesn't get a result. Really could do with 4 points at least from the next 2 games in the remaining fixtures we've got today. A draw here and then a win against Millwall would be absolutely brilliant, and I'd certainly take it. Although, absolutely, Richardson is going to have to perform if we're to do that. This ball out to Pereira Lage. Feels like playing against Norwich, this, with the green and yellow. So rare that you play against the side that plays with this colour set outside of the Canaries. Ferreira with the delivery, and Lawrence hopefully wins that, which he does. He's actually the man to chase it as well. Delphi's probably going to go back here. Read that quite comfortably, but just had nowhere to pass it, so had to try and do something dribbling-wise, and failed in that regard as well. Kai has the support here of Edwards, and actually this could be a very, very good counter-attacking opportunity if I can find the right pass at the right time. And Castro is in here. Oh, Ferreira! No wonder we're not scoring goals this season. What was that? Oh, my lord. I thought I'll sweat it. We'll definitely score. I couldn't have missed by more. West Brom pressing for the opening goal at the beginning of this second half, but they've not been able to get it yet. I just can't seem to get rid of this at the minute. We should get to that with Murphy. We have done, but he's only found De Kuiper. And a late, unsighted save from Richardson ensures we don't go 1-0 down. Oh, he's overcommitted there, the defender. He's opened up for Rodri. He's going to get away. Got Salinas here. Kai's around the corner. Kai Konik! That's a giant goal. You can't underestimate how important it might well be come the end of the season to win a game like this against a promotion rival. So important to win games like this. Getting the victory against Norwich was massive, and stealing potentially 3 points here as well, just as important. And what a finish, by the way. We might not be scoring with many players, we might not be scoring many goals at all, but when they do come, they are of quality. Let the fullback take over and get Murphy back towards the middle, and Ferreira's done brilliantly, but still it comes back for West Brom here. Ferreira, oh, the back heel's beautiful. Oh, they've gone for the extra pass again. If he shoots there, I'm sure he scores. Haraldson blocked by an arm, I think. He's going to be kept in play. They'll take the corner as their advantage. He's got to shoot. Absolutely got to shoot there. No excuse to not to. Thomas Asante will take this short, and Haraldson might cross. It's gone short. Still they look for the equalising goal. Continually, they don't have it with 7 minutes to go. Haraldson picked off by Murphy, and will work it away. Hold on tight, lads. This will be a giant 3 points. Here comes Wembangomo again. Doesn't matter whether he's right or left back. Always available out wide for West Brom here, but not always got the end product. Edwards. Kai, it's a nice turn, and Salinas can get this quickly out wide here to Edwards, who could get away. He's got the potential to be special, Edwards, and I could really do with something special from him here, and if he goes on to score this, it would be something special, and it most certainly is. Well, how's that for a solo effort from your own half? Tom Edwards seals the deal. That's 2-0 to the Phoenixes, and we'll take all 3 points today. Thank you very much. It's going to be the final kick of the game, I'm sure. Potential to be special and proving it, Tom Edwards. He's had a couple of chances where he absolutely should have scored earlier in this game and in other games, but occasionally you see that glimmer of what might be to come. This was the one. Oh no, that was the free kick. He had one from open play that he should have scored as well. That's a sign potentially of what might be to come from him for us, but still we stand more of a chance of having him poached, I think, at the moment than we do of keeping him all the way until he reaches that special and fulfills that special tag. It's probably the best way to phrase it, but 2 goals for us today, which is unheard of almost of recent times. Outstanding defending from West Brom throughout. Unfortunately for them, though, it wasn't good enough to see them get the victory or even a point That puts us back in the playoffs. Huge. And sees West Brom drop out of the top 2. Actually, I think they were already out of the top 2 with Sheffield United having pushed into second. But now Leicester have displaced them. So Brentford still top of the table by 3 points for a full 10 points off Brentford, 7 points off Leicester and Sheffield United. So I really don't think we're going to be getting an automatic promotion spot, barring a remarkable turn of events. But we are in that playoff picture, and if we can back that West Brom game up with victory now here against Millwall, then we're very much so proving that despite the occasional dodgy result, anyone can beat anyone in this league, and we'll do it more often than not. Keep ourselves in that hunt. Forward. Nice. Rodri. Salinas! We lead by a goal to 0 in the 20th minute. I thought that was going to go to Kai. It's gone to Salinas, and he's buried it. Get in! So pleased that we got the result against West Brom. And now to have gone 1-0 up relatively early in this game. Although we did go 1-0 up just 2 minutes later in the game against Luton and still weren't able to see it through. Maybe I'm going to need the second goal, actually, to give myself the confidence, thinking about it, that we're going to get the victory here. But fingers are crossed. Nice. And again, it is Kai. It's off the post from Edwards. Nearly 2 games in a row for a goal-scoring streak for the young Welshman. All on the attack, looking for an equaliser. And getting it through Saville. Or it might not. How's your delivery? How's your delivery? Logan Brown, Salinas! Yes! First shot saved. Couldn't hold on to it. Falls back to the Argentine with the last kick of the game. Again, we score this time to seal 3 points. Last one was just to make it comfortable. This time, we wouldn't have gotten a win without it. Yes, Salinas. That's us up into 5th. From 6th, but you can see just how tight it is behind us. We're only 3 points off Blackburn in 9th. Oh, man. It's tight. It's very, very tight indeed. Still, the gaps at the top of the league are as they were, as everybody above us won. West Brom actually didn't, intriguingly, on match day 20. Big goals from Salinas there. Back-to-back victory, 6 points. So very much needed. Tomorrow, Sheffield United to start, then Barnsley and Bristol City. And I'll probably sim the Peterborough at home one to then have Ipswich, Swansea and Preston as the 3 played the episode after that. Although I will take the league table into account for that, and maybe we switch... Oh, kick me bin. Maybe we switch around which one we play and which one we sim. For now, though, I leave you in 5th in the playoffs. Energised by the 2 back-to-back victories at the end of the episode. I'm going to go and try and get some more now. I'm going to immediately record the next episode, for which I shall see you tomorrow.